In the dense forests of northeastern Nigeria, a legend walks quietly with a shotgun strapped across her shoulder. Her name is Aisha Bakari Gombe, known across villages as the Queen Hunter, feared by terrorists, admired by civilians, and respected by the Nigerian military. This is her story. Aisha was born in the town of Gombe in Adamawa State, Nigeria, a place surrounded by bushland and close to the notorious Sambisa forest. She was raised in a traditional hunting family. Her father and grandfather were skilled hunters, and they passed down their knowledge to her from a young age. As a child, Aisha was different. While other girls stayed close to home, she ventured into the wild, chasing antelope and guinea fowl, learning to read animal tracks and mastering the ways of the forest. By the time she was a teenager, Aisha had already earned the respect of older male hunters. She could walk for hours in silence, strike targets with her bow and arrow, and track animals with near-supernatural precision. But nobody knew then that her skills would one day be used against one of the deadliest terrorist groups in Africa. In 2014, Boko Haram began launching brutal attacks across northeastern Nigeria. Towns were burned. Children were kidnapped. Women were enslaved. Men were slaughtered. The Nigerian military struggled to keep up. In the town of Gombe, villagers were forced to flee as the terrorists advanced. But Aisha didn't run. She picked up her weapons and decided to fight. She joined a group of local hunters who knew the forest better than any soldier. At first, it was informal, a few raids, some rescues coordinated with the military. But her success quickly caught the attention of military leaders. They saw something in her: bravery, leadership, and a deep understanding of the terrain. Aisha was recruited as a volunteer to assist in anti-Boko Haram operations. If you've been moved by Aisha's incredible bravery, take a moment to support this channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more true stories of courage from Africa and beyond. Your support helps us bring hidden heroes to light. She led dozens of missions into the Sambisa forest. Not with drones or night vision, but with instinct, skill, and courage. Her group of hunters, made up mostly of young men, followed her without question. She was their commander. Before each mission, she would give them spiritual protection through traditional potions and prayers. Some believed she had powers that made her immune to bullets. Others simply believed in her heart. One of her most remembered missions was the rescue of kidnapped villagers. Without modern weapons or support, she and her team tracked the terrorists by foot, avoiding ambushes, hiding in the bush, and striking with speed. She led them through terrain only locals could navigate, sometimes walking for days. When they found the captives, many were young girls, some traumatized, others too weak to walk. Aisha carried them on her back. She became a symbol of hope. In a region where women were often told to stay silent, Aisha stood tall, commanding men, defying terrorists, and rescuing the helpless. People called her Saranyar Baka Adamawa, Queen of the Hunters. Her name spread far beyond Adamawa. Even Boko Haram fighters began to fear her. She claimed, "They know me, and they fear me." Aisha didn't have a formal education. She didn't attend military school. But she had something more powerful: the will to protect her people, the skill to outsmart her enemies, and the belief that no one should live in fear. Her life wasn't without sacrifice. 4 years, she put her life on the line while living in a modest home with her husband Muhammadu. She had no children of her own until later in life. At age 39, she gave birth for the first time. Before then, she said every girl she rescued felt like her daughter. Every orphan she saved gave her strength to keep going. In the eyes of many, Aisha was more than a hunter. She was a healer too. She used herbs to treat wounds, made protective charms, and calmed frightened children with stories and laughter. Even the toughest hunters listened to her wisdom. As time passed, her story began to reach the world. Journalists visited Gombe to meet the woman who fought terrorists with a shotgun and a prayer. She was featured in documentaries, newspapers, and interviews. But fame never changed her. She remained the same bush girl, focused, humble, and brave. She once said, "I do this not for money or power, but because my people are suffering." And suffer they did. But thanks to Aisha, many were saved. Her presence reminded them that Boko Haram could be defeated, that a woman could lead. That courage didn't wear a uniform. Today, Aisha continues to serve her community. She trains younger hunters, shares her knowledge, and guides new missions when needed. Her name is etched in the hearts of those she saved and feared by those who sought to destroy her people. In the end, Aisha Bakari Gombe is not just the queen hunter of Adamawa. She is the spirit of resistance, the voice of the forest, the nightmare of Boko Haram, and the hope of northern Nigeria. If you're finding this story gripping, and you want more raw, real, and untold stories from the streets of Africa, then don't just watch, be part of it. Hit that like button to support the channel. And if you want more stories like this, deep dives into gangs, crime, survival, and the people fighting back, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. This is real life. This is the street behind the headline. See you in the next one.